Hi and welcome to MSD Presents. My name is Moses and thank you for tuning in to my channel. The focus of today's video will be on presenting the Model F70 Bladeless neck fan by a company called Jialexin, where I'll be going through what you can expect out of the box, to the design, features, and my overall experience with the fan, then going on to list the pros, cons, and ultimately whether I would recommend the product. So let's get started. Immediately out of the box, you can find the neck fan itself, the USB Type-C charging cable, and the user manual, which within contains the specifications, features, and other cautionary information to allow you to use the fan right out of the box properly. So I initially found this on Amazon as a gift for my mum roughly 2 months ago, which was gonna be just a gift for her, but I actually liked the look of it, so I got one for myself. And it was going for £22.09 at the time, but currently though the price has gone up to £26.99, and the RRP, so the recommended retail price, is actually £35.99 at the moment. So it's relatively inexpensive compared to other bladeless neck fans. So though you might find others cheaper, you have to also consider that they might have like specs that are either not compromised, but there might be a trade-off between the specs that you might find on slightly more expensive models to cheaper models. So like battery capacity, so you might find cheaper neck fans that might have a lower battery capacity, but that's something to just keep in mind as you're looking for cheaper neck fans. To then touch on the specs of this particular model, it has a rechargeable lithium-ion battery with a 6,000 milliamp hour capacity. So this can last you, as it says on the advertisement on Amazon, can last between 6 to 24 hours, depending on how you use it. So this is the speed setting you have it at and the length of time you have it at. So something to be mindful of. It has a USB Type-C port to obviously go along with the USB Type-C charging cable for faster charging. It's got a maximum fan power of 5 watts. It's got a weight of 290 grams. So in the user manual it will say 290 grams, but on Amazon the posting will say 460 grams. In either case, it's still lightweight and you can go hours wearing it and not feel any kind of pain or discomfort. Moving on to the features now. On the right side, so if you're actually wearing this like I am, on the right side you'll see it has a LED indicator which flashes white whilst charging and stops lighting when it's fully charged. And then next to the indicator you'll see the on and off button, and this also pairs as the speed adjuster. So from the off state now, if you were to press it one time, it comes on and starts at level 1. Then it goes, you press it again, it moves on to level 2. Press it again, level 3. And then you press it a 4th time, this switches it off, and then the cycle repeats itself. Next, you have 3 color options. So as you're getting this off of Amazon, you'll see it comes in 3 colors, either white, pink, or black. And I like the look of the black one most personally, so this is the one I ended up getting, but depending on what color or what style you're going for, you have 3 color options to choose from. Next, it has a silica gel strap at the back, so let me just put this off. See here, this basically allows for easily positioning and adjusting whilst on the neck. So this accommodates various neck sizes, and yet it just makes it very comfortable and easy to position, especially for airflow going around your face and around your head. Then we have the intakes, so the air intakes, which if I bring in close here, you have the left one and you have the right one. So this sucks in the air, and then you have the air outlets around the left and right sides of the fan, which the air is released from to then distribute around your face and head. Now moving on to the wearability of the fan. The 3 main considerations here is the weight, the gel strap, which I just laid out, and the overall design of the fan. So as the weight, as I mentioned, is 290 grams, which is very lightweight, very comfortable to have around and on your person for great lengths of time. The gel strap allows for easy positioning and adjusting based on your neck size, and also to slight adjusting for how you want the airflow to reach. And then you have the overall design of the fan. So you might see, as I take it off now, the fan has like a curved midsection, and then it has a bit where it drops towards the end. So when you're putting this on you, the midsection is so that it's not resting on the bone, so your sternum, so it's not awkwardly or making you feel uncomfortable by awkwardly sitting on your sternum. So it has that gap there, so it's resting more so on around your neck, and also this dip here, so that it's resting more so on your chest. So it makes it very comfortable to wear for a long length of time. The next section I wanted to touch on was the applicability of the fan. So the different instances where you would be wearing it or using it. So for me, I mainly use this when commuting, at work in the office, or when traveling. So more so when stationary than when in motion, but I'll touch as to why that is. But there might be other instances where you'd be using the fan. So you could use this, say at the park, say you're having a picnic, or whether you're gardening, or whether you're hiking, or any outdoor activity you can think of, at the gym. There are different instances where you can be using the fan, but just be mindful that it's better to use this when stationary rather than in motion, which I'll touch on in a bit. The next thing I wanted to touch on is now the pros and cons. Starting with the pros, it has great airflow for when stationary. Whenever you're either sitting or standing still, the air will flow quite well around the face. You feel it slightly around the back of the neck and also around the head. It's lightweight, like I've listed out before. It's got at 290 grams. You can wear this for hours and not feel any pain or discomfort. It's easy to adjust thanks to the gel strap. It's got 3 speed settings, so low, medium to high, depending on how hot you are and what you need. It's got a stylish ergonomic design, so like I've detailed in the wearability section, this sits very comfortably. So it's made with the user in mind and positioned so that it sits very well on the chest and around the neck. Like I've listed in the spec section, it's got a large battery capacity, so at 6,000 milliamp hours, it will hold the charge. When fully charged, it will last for a very long time, and you won't have to worry about, it can easily last you, like at least in personal experience, for a work week and then some. It has a low relative cost. So compared to other bladeless neck fans, this may not be the cheapest, but it still has a low cost at $26.99. Of course, it has the USB Type-C cable and port to enable faster charging, which is always a plus. Now to detail the cons. One of the main cons I came across in using this fan is that when you're in motion, so say you're walking or commuting or traveling or going or doing any sort of motion, and you have the fan on, the air will be blowing away from you and it won't actually be on you, so you won't benefit from the cooling. Another con, although minor, is the LED, is that there's no LED display on the fan itself. So there are some fans I've seen that have like a LED display somewhere near, or at least somewhere near like this section of the fan. So that's just to keep a gauge on the charge level, so you have a rough idea of where exactly the battery level is. So I say it's a minor one because it doesn't actually affect your use of the fan, but it's just nice to be able to have an idea of what battery level is that. It's not only when it's fully charged or depleted where you have an idea of its charge. Another con is the noise level. Now, this wasn't necessarily a con for me, but this is more so at level 3, so the highest setting, where it might be noisy for some, or it might not be appropriate for certain scenarios. So say like if you're in an office, or whether you might be in a meeting, so there might be certain instances where a level 3 setting might not be ideal. But in my personal use, levels 1, 2 and 3, I didn't have a problem at either setting. So it's just a matter of preference, I believe, or for those individuals that might be a little sound sensitive. Another con would be it's the number of outlets. So like I said previously, it has 20 air outlets, 20 on the left and 20 on the right. Now there are other bladeless neck fans that I've seen that have 60 plus, 70 plus air outlets, which allows for better airflow, particularly around the back of the head and neck. But even though it's 40 outlets, this still does the job. It still does a nice job of cooling you down, granted that you're stationary, either standing or sitting still. It has a limited power, like I've said in the spec section. It has a maximum power of 5 watts, but it's capped at 5 watts. Now, even though this is a con, in my personal use, I never really even had to use it at the maximum power, which would be the highest setting with level 3. I mainly use it at level 2 and sometimes at level 1, and it was only rarely I really used it at level 3, and even then it was maybe for like around 5 minutes or like 5 to 10 minutes. So even though it's a con, it's not necessarily a con depending on how you use the fan and how hot you are. And the last con I came across was its suitability for certain exercises that you may do. So whether you're at the gym or whether you're exercising at home, there's certain exercises, either those where you're jogging, so walking, jogging or running, or those where you're doing any vigorous or intensive exercise or motion, I should say, where so like I said previously, air will be flowing away from you and will actually be on you for you to actually benefit from the cooling, especially when you're getting all hot, sweaty and bothered. So that's the last thing to consider. All in all, I would recommend this model of bladeless neck fan, as I think it will make a great summer purchase, either for yourself or as a gift for friends and family, as it's a stylish, functional, low-cost option, which depending on how you're going to use it, I believe delivers a effective portable cooling experience. And that's it for the video. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment down below if you have your own experience with a portable neck fan, bladeless neck fan in particular, or you have any suggestions, or if there's anything I've missed in this review, please leave it down or detail it down below. So thanks again for watching, and until next time.